I want to preface this and say I honestly have no idea about Venezuela. I've never been to Venezuela before. I don't know anything about Venezuela. I've seen what I've seen about it, but I honestly could not find it on a map. Can you guys find Venezuela on a map?
General idea of where it is.
Yeah. But I mean, I certainly. So I want to preface that, right? I am not an expert by anything here.
Where was Cabrutus from?
Cabrutus is from Brazil.
No,
Brazil.
Okay.
Yes. So South America.
That fucker's next. That guy. So.
What? Cabrutus?
Oh, the fucking the guy who runs their country.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
Brazil. Yeah.
All right. Well, we saw this. It's funny. I was going to be on. I was on a great show this past weekend. I was hanging out with a couple friends on This Is the Ray, as well as the greatness that is Vaping Games. We hung out this weekend, talked, and he's like, "Did you hear about this thing that happened overnight with Venezuela?" I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And so this is what happened. The United States posted this. Or the White House posted this: the United States of America successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown to the country. The operation was done in conjunction with the U.S. law enforcement. Details to follow. There'll be a news conference. Blah 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 blah. There we go. That's from the president right there. Now,
it was amazing how fast it was, because I was watching it semi in real time as information was coming over Twitter, and it was just like, as soon as you see it, was like, oh, and it's done. It was lightning fast.
So you were up when all this was happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was watching as much as real time as you possibly could, because obviously we're getting things fed a little bit later, but for the most part, saw it from beginning to end. It was pretty quick.
I just remember waking up in the middle of the night, seeing helicopters fly to that thing. What the fuck is going on? It was like 1:30 in the morning.
It was the middle of the night, and this all stems from, this is the quote-unquote president here. And
I love this.
He had to say, yeah, this is great.
Venga por mí.
Come for me. Where he says, come for me, I'm waiting for you, coward. And then we'll turn this down. You can see exactly what happened. They came for him, and they came for him hard. They ended up getting him with no casualties, which was amazing, flying into a literal military base and taking the quote-unquote president from Venezuela back to America. Now, this is intriguing, to say the least, right? And a lot of people, like I said, I don't know the international repercussions of all this. It is weird to see the United States just kind of go in and take somebody else's leader. Like, I think that's kind of an odd thing. I didn't expect that. It wasn't on my bingo card. But at the same time, was he really a leader? I don't know. If you speak to white people in the United States, they will say yes. If you speak to Venezuelans, they will say no, right? And I think that's where I want to
basically just stole the election, yeah.
White liberals know best.
Right. So I think that's where I want to talk about is the reaction to this. I saw this post says, so let me get this straight. 9 months ago, Ukrainian flags. 8 months ago, Palestinian flags. 7 months ago, Mexican flags. 6, Iranian flags. Now Venezuela flags. What is happening? Do these people actually stand for anything?
No.
Yes. And we saw, look at the immediate response here, the protests that were happening. It was like literally the following morning, we saw protests like organically pop up like 5 hours later.
We need to get back to the olden times in America where we just shit on commies all the fucking time. They say there's no good thing. There's nothing better than a dead Nazi or whatever. There's nothing better than a dead commie.
Well, this guy points out some really good points here when it comes to these protests.
Riddle me this, Batman. Explain to me how, after Trump goes into Venezuela in the middle of the night, a couple of hours later, in New York, you have an organized march with thousands of people with banners, signs, flags, and the signs are all matching. They've all been printed. They were at the same print press. Who's working overtime? Who's setting this up? Are these guys paid?
Yes.
Like, there is
Right, right.
Yes. Well, some of them are, not all of them. A lot of
Yes.
stupid people are there just to be a part of whatever the fucking current thing is. But yeah, a lot of it's organized and paid for. Absolutely. You can tell by the sign. The signs are the biggest giveaway.
Right. So we saw these protests break out almost immediately because of this, because guess what? Trump bad.
Yeah,
Regardless.
they're doing it right now at his court hearing.
Who's
They're
court
actually
here?
fighting right now. Door hosts. Like they're fighting right now. Venezuelans are getting there and beating the shit out of them. I put a link in the
Okay.
thing. There's a couple of clips. I think I put 2 of them in there.
Okay, we'll take a look here in just a second. This was here. It says in an epic sight, real Venezuelans are storming New York City to counteract the white liberals protesting against Trump's Maduro capture. And you could see like just how happy these Venezuelans are. They're all extremely happy to be there. Just being like, yo, what are you so excited about? Why are you silly TDS broken person here so excited? Kirsha came in, says the people protesting and demanding Maduro be set free are either insane or revealing themselves to be communist dictator supporters. Maduro lost elections and stayed in power anyways. That is not democracy. Venezuelans are rightly celebrating.
They love communist dictators. All of them fucking love communism. There's a video of this woman interviewing some of these people. Like, would you rather have Maduro than Trump? Absolutely. Well, he's not white. Number one, he's brown. I mean, you already got a winner right there.
Here's the video that you speak of, Flash. You're talking about real Venezuelans clashing against pro-Maduro leftists in New York City. You can see the actual fight here. They're actually going back and forth. These are traitors and communists who want to see Venezuela people suffer. Communists are on the wrong side of history. Venezuelans aren't having it right here. And you can see it's always the white guy telling them
What part of Venezuela you are? 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 You are not from my country. You not from my country. You are not from my country. You are not from my country.
They're trying to drown him out. Do you hear that?
Yep.
They're trying to drown out the Venezuelan. People are fucking scum.
The overwhelming response has been something similar to this. My wife, her family, and all her friends are from Venezuela. This is the greatest thing that has happened to their country in 25 plus years. Like people, Venezuelans are ecstatic about this. Hey, but don't tell it to this guy. What's his name? Sisson?
Shitbird? Oh, something like that.
Yeah. Here we go. Listen to how
6-letter word that starts with F.
Oh, okay.
That's who he is.
Togaf, right, Blabs?
Absolutely.
Let's take a look and see how he's trying to spin it.
The president, Donald Trump.
I wanted to say a couple things. I knew this video was coming. I happen to like Dean, but I'm also Venezuelan, and what we're not going to do is spread misinformation and disinformation.
Has invaded Venezuela, bombed their capital, overthrown their government by abducting their president.
First and foremost, I need everybody to stop referring to Maduro as the president of Venezuela. That was not legal. We have had elections where a real president has been elected by the people, and Maduro has continued to declare himself the president. Do not call him the righteous president of Venezuela, because he is not. He is also not a president. He is a dictator, was and continues to be a dictator. This is an authoritarian regime.
I also find it incredibly important for you to understand that the president Trump abducted, Maduro, was a horrendous man and a terrible leader for Venezuela and all Venezuela.
I think there happen to be way stronger words and bigger things that we could say to describe Maduro that are not horrendous man and terrible leader, but let's continue.
This is not about liberation for the Venezuelan people. This is about oil, money, and regime change.
Everybody in Venezuela is intelligent.
But you were
enough
okay
to
with
know
China
that
and
Donald
Russia up that guy's ass? That was better?
Well, this is
Because China was just there that day he got taken.
China was there doing what?
They were talking about oil.
Well, of course. She brings up a really good point here.
And regime change.
Everybody in Venezuela is intelligent enough to know that Donald Trump has ulterior motives, and yet it is most definitely for us about liberation, because this is the furthest that anybody has gotten to liberating us. This is a huge, huge, unmeasurable accomplishment. So do not, under any circumstance, undermine it. We know he has ulterior motives. Anyway, everybody and anybody is free to form their own opinions, but I need everybody to stop reading United States media, who for a long time has been using erroneous terms to describe what is going on in Venezuela. Respectfully, if you don't know what is going on from an insider, the opinion is invalid. And not only is it invalid, but it is undermining our happiness and triumph and celebration today. Happy New Year and have a good day.
So this lady, once again, she says at the top, I do not like Trump. I'm the biggest anti-Trump person out there, but shut up. Just shut up. And this goes back to, okay, let's just say it is about oil, right? The press, and from what I've seen, the USA has come out and be like, yeah, it's about oil, right? It's very apparent that the Venezuelan people are very much okay with handing over their oil, their oil reserves, for freedom and democracy. That just seems to be the apparent thing here. We see, Flash, you sent this over as well. The outside the federal courthouse, Venezuelans with Trump flags face off against pro-Maduro protesters here. We saw this as well. They are over here, and they seem pretty happy about our president here. They're back and forth, literally face to face here, going back and forth with these folks who, hey, even though they can't point it out on a map like myself, they want to have strong opinions and protest against it because Orange Man bad. It's amazing.
Give them what they want. Take them all and put them in a fucking forced labor camp. All these fucking communists. That's where they want to be. That's where they're going to go anyway.
I hope it's the case. I do. I hope that if they all pack up and head to wherever they want to go. No one's stopping them. That's the beautiful thing about America. They can just leave. They can just go at any time. It's so upset. And
that's what I've always wanted. I've always wanted portions of our taxes, since we're paying for fuck ton anyway, to give first class tickets to anyone that hates the country. You are able to. It's free. You take it, and it's so long as the contract is you can never come back. And we're also allowed to monitor your progress over in the communist shithole that you've decided to go to. That would be the best reality TV of all time. I would easily sign up for this. Easily.
Send them all to fucking North Korea.
Exactly.
Workers.
Exactly.
Well, there's some really interesting things about this. And I think this sums it up very, very well. This guy says, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Every leftist on X is crying about Maduro being removed from power. Every single Venezuelan is celebrating it like it's no tomorrow. This has been one of the most eye-opening days. Is it simply as black and white as Trump did it, so it has to be bad?
Yes. It's the hive mind, and the hive mind just reacts to whatever it's told to do. And in this case, it's whatever Trump does equals bad. It's every single thing they do is in response to him.
What's funny about all of this to me is if let's it be in an alternate history where, you know, we're in the modern times, but Hitler was just now coming to power, all these fucking people would love him and praise him.
Oh yeah.
All of them. We'd be running around with Nazi flags.
It's messed up. Well, we talked about Tim Walz, but what about the former presidential candidate and her response? Her response, by the way, to this. Donald Trump's actions in Venezuela do not make America safer, stronger, or more affordable. She's pretty much denouncing the whole thing. This is not about drugs or democracy, saying, hey, what he did, he should not have done it right here. She put the president is putting troops at risk, not a single injury, spending billions destabilizing a region, offering no legal authority, no exit plan, no benefit at all. America needs leadership whose priorities are lowering cost for working families, blah, 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 right there. So she was not a big fan of that. Except last year, that administration actually put a $25 million bounty on Maduro's head. So,
did you see that tweet from Biden where he would say Trump would do nothing about that administration that everyone was hitting on and making fun of?
No, I didn't see that one.
I wish I could pull it up.
Well, some fun facts about this, tying it back to pop culture here. One of the big things we saw last week was the Stranger Things scene where Will, I just want to let you know, doesn't like girls and likes boys. Yuck. We learned that, right? That entire scene of Netflix television took 6 minutes and 51 seconds. The entire operation to remove Maduro took 6 minutes and 34 seconds to complete. It was a pretty fun, nice little fun fact right there. One other thing is I saw this quite a lot over the last few days. So many people that are just like, I'm tired of America. Death to America. We saw these things. People saying, I hate America so much. They're like, once again, the idea is if you're American, please leave. By all means, don't hit the door. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. But even the fat Pikachu pick X handle, who literally only posts the fat Pikachu pick every single day over on X, the exact same thing over and over again. Let me pull up just so we have reference here. Here's the fat Pikachu pic that is posted every single day on this X account, every single day. But even the fat Pikachu pic X handle said, I'm not posting a Pikachu pic today, but you do not hate America enough. Holy F, dude, right here. That's where things are at right now, where even the fat Pikachu pic X handle doesn't like America here, which is amazing.
Can you click on where the fat Pikachu account is located?
Sure, I'd
On
love
its
to.
bio, just
Yeah,
for
yeah,
funsies?
absolutely. Let's just
Wait. Where do you guesses on where you think it's from?
Can you imagine if it's like from India?
I'm saying Canada.
Is based out of the United States.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yes. So Fat Pikachu pick could leave at any time, which
Canada.
I very much do agree with this. I said
Could move
I've
in
seen-
with Anissa and iDubbbz.
yeah, man. They're bringing in all sorts of
I
immigrants.
like this comment. Pal World is better anyway.
I said I've seen so much I hate the U.S. in my timeline by people who have never been outside their city or state, let alone the country. I mean this with every cell of my being. Please leave. Don't come back. We'll all thank you. And I saw GameSack, who I've known GameSack for a long time, says I actually have a friend who's moving with his family to Ireland for that reason. Man, as flawed as our country can be sometimes, I would never leave it. I love it too much. Is it perfect? No. But man, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Like, yeah. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. But this is not Narnia. We don't live in fantasy land. There's going to be things that are messed up about it. There's going to be things that we don't agree with it. And what do? You expose those things, which is, I guess that's the issue here in society now, is that we're starting to expose these things and people are upset about it. So the whole thing is just a giant mess. And the irony of all this is that Pitbull, yes, Pitbull, the
He's
rapper,
Cuban.
yes, he came out and
He's
dropped
actually
the bomb.
experienced a dictator.
yeah. He hates them.
Yep.
I love this is why like some of the shit in Miami is funny because all those people hate this shit. Because they've come from a lot of these dictator ran countries.
This is what he had to say.
So whoever the fuck doesn't like the United States of America, may God bless you, but fuck you at the same time. If you don't like the United States of America, go back to the countries that we the fuck from, and you'll see how much you appreciate the United States of America.
Not wrong. Not wrong. So good for Pitbull right there. So look, it's always amazing to see the reaction, the hive mind nature of these things. And like I said, I don't know the first thing about geopolitics or anything like that, but I just know very simply that the people yelling and protesting aren't Venezuelan, and the people that celebrating are Venezuelan. And that's it. I think that's all you need to know when it comes to this stuff. So we'll see what happens with all this, as always. And we'll continue to talk about these world life events and all the things that go along with it. Phoenix, Flash, you guys get anything to close on that?
Fuck liberal white women.
Okay.
I think this is actually going to be a really interesting thing to see how this all plays out and what this administration's plan is moving forward. Because I think if they can not make this the same shit show as many other times in the past where we've done similar things in wars and stuff like that, if they can get a hold of this, if they can get get the Venezuelan people in a good place, and we're making some good deals, like this could be a huge win. So hopefully I think they went in with this with a good strategy. I'm sure they've got a nice exit strategy too. I'm hoping for that.
That sure, that's the hope. Yeah, absolutely. Now I'll say this: gas near me today, $2.12.
That was $2.40 when I filled up on Friday. Wow.
Yeah, that's a win for me. Now, I go back to there's an overview of gas prices throughout the United States, and right now it's the lowest it's been in really since 2021, and that was during the COVID lockdowns, obviously. So nobody was driving, so gas was super cheap. So. Or cheap in comparison. So, and
maybe everyone's scared that Trump's going to come in and take their leader where the oil is. So, like, fuck it, let's lower those prices.
I think that's the thing that people don't like understand is that gas is literally in every product that we have. Petroleum, gas. Hey, your iPhone that you have, your phone that your watch that you have on, the shirt that you have on, like your belt, your jean, like it's in everything. And if we have access to cheap gas, then the cost of literally everything goes down. Cost of transportation for your eggs, cost of transportation for all this stuff. And that's a good thing. It's a great thing. Hey, YouTube suggested that you should watch this video too. So you should probably do it.